G'day guys, welcome to the Wollongong Football Show. Rocking the Scott Chipperfield FC Basel shirt today.
Nice, mate, looking good.
Why? Because caravantshirt.com is the place to go and visit first and foremost, but secondly because Chippers is on top of the ladder.
He is.
With his Illawarra Stingrays.
Yes.
Woohoo! Stand alone, they're out there on their own now.
Oh, so Institute must have lost then.
They drew, so
they drew. Yeah, cool.
So anyway, well done to the Stingers. They beat Bankstown City FC by 2-1. Goals to Eden Stoddard and Kayla Austin. So they're on top of the ladder.
Yeah,
we got both teams on top of the ladder.
So the Wollongong Wolves, they drew against Mount Druitt Town Rangers yesterday with a late penalty.
Pretty crappy, really. It was a disappointing result. To be honest,
they had their chances though. Hit the post a couple of times. Hit the crossbar.
If you go over to Wolfden's Facebook page and have a look, they've actually done a screenshot of the offside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lockie Scott's goal early in the match was definitely onside, and they were a bit robbed in terms of that. That would have changed the whole aspect of the game. But anyway,
they're still clear at the top because they drew as well.
They are. Thomas James's penalty late in the game drew level. And that's his 8th goal in 6 games, and he's top of the goal-scoring list, even though Football New South Wales website doesn't say so. G'day, AB here from the Wollongong Football Show with Taylor McDonald from the Wollongong Wolves, mate. 1-1. Before we start, though, I was here the day that Del Piero played the All-Stars game, mate, and he started at that end and went all the way down to the very end and shook everyone's hand. And I reckon your exit from today's game was the longest exit I've ever seen, mate. Yeah. How big's the fan club?
Yeah, it is great. It's huge.
Wow.
It's really good.
We were like waiting here. It was getting cold and almost they were locking up the gates and we were still waiting for you to do the interview. But anyway, look, let's be serious now. How was the game, mate? 1-1, disappointing?
Yeah, look, I think it's one of those games where unfortunately it's 2 points lost as opposed to 1 point gained. And I guess that's football. We've had a pretty tough week, 3 games in 7 days, and I think the boys are starting to feel it. But unfortunately, you don't take your chances, and it comes to bite you in the end. We had a fair few, so.
All right. So what happens next week, mate? Who you got next week?
We've got Harkora on the Sunday, so away again, unfortunately. But we get back in the saddle and we go ahead.
Switch on, eh? And Luke's in the sheds. He ran to the sheds pretty early after the game finished. What are the emotions?
Yeah, look, he's got a very competitive personality, and that's great, to have with the squad. And he'd be feeling the same, It's just 2 points missed, and it's a definite opportunity, But that's football, unfortunately, and hopefully we can learn from it in the coming weeks.
You must be happy with yourself, your own performance this year. You were in the game the whole time. You're playing every round now. Last year you were, disappointing sort of in your own right, being in the 20s, getting your chances now and doing well. Yep. With the uni as well, when are you off to China?
So we're off to China in November, so late this year. So that'll be a good experience and for the University of Wollongong, and pretty exciting times ahead.
So what do you put the change this year down to, mate? You're really looking the goods on the field. You're really attacking the ball. You're getting in the right places to whip the balls in.
I think it's just confidence. Lukey spent a bit of time with me off the field, and breaking down the play, and obviously it's a benefit knowing that he was the right fullback in his career. And he's just been a great mentor in that sense, and just building confidence week to week, and just trying to improve my game as it comes.
Excellent, mate. Well, the sun's well and truly set, mate, and. It's almost midnight.
Sorry to keep you around.
Thanks for talking to the Wollongong Football Show, and enjoy the shower, mate. On your own.
Thanks, AB.
See you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
In other Football New South Wales State League news, the Flame have had an embarrassing 9-0 defeat at home to the hands of Central Coast United over there at Ian McClellan. Not looking good for the Flame this year.
No. Over to Illawarra Premier League, so Wollongong United, they bounced back to winning ways, taking out a 3-0 win over the Woonona Sharks. Fernhill and Cringilla played out a 0-0 draw. Port Kembla and South Coast United played out a 0-0 draw. Your Mub, they got up.
No, hang on a sec. Stop. Go back. Port Kembla and South Coast United played a 1-all draw.
Sorry,
mate.
1-all draw.
Not a 0-all draw.
Not a 0-all draw. Yeah.
Albion Park White Eagles, yes, they won against Coniston at home 5-2. The Blueies,
Wow.
massive result. They are the real deal. 3-0 over Bulli. And that was the half-time score.
What about the next game, though?
Cornwall Rangers, contenders. They are definite contenders.
Wow.
1-0 over Wollongong Olympics. So shocks galore. Very disappointed that those two games were played at the same time as the Wolves. I would have liked to have gone to all three games. But anyway, it is what it is.
Okay. Illawarra District League now. And Shell Cove, they've got their first win on the board with a 2-1 win over University.
That's a big win.
Yeah, the Goats, they went down 4-1 to
Have you won a game
Helensburgh
yet?
Thistle.
Have you guys won a game?
Bellambi, they ran out 4-0 winners over Val County.
The Falcons. The Falcons,
Falcons,
they're
yeah.
matching it with Bellambi.
Yeah, they did well.
They've won again, 4-0 over the Kiama Warriors. And Warilla Wanderers had picked the Rangers travel down 1-1 over there at King Mickey.
And the Hearts.
Good result.
Hearts.
2-2.
2-2 over...
Thunder were a strong team last year, so they really haven't got going yet. But that's a start, I guess.
Women's First Division, round 2.
Oh, well,
So,
let's talk about the Pearl now.
The Pearl, yeah.
Let's talk about Pearl. So 2 games in, the Pearl is on top of the ladder with these Balgownie girls. And by all reports, I just confirmed it with our friendly coffee lady. Who said that they did play with 9 players.
Wow, okay.
So a 3-0 result over Fernhill with 9 players. Well done to the Bally Rangers. And the Pearl did say beware of the wounded...
The wounded lion?
I thought he said the wounded lion, but it should be the wounded bull. But anyway, Thurl 0, Albion Park 9.
Wow.
That's a massive result because that Thurl team's a good team.
It's a good way to bounce back.
And over at Coolabong University and Woonona, 3-3, which allowed the Pearls team to jump on top because they're 2 from 2. And the Quarriers had a bye.
They did.
Right.
Just a reminder as well, FFA Cup tomorrow night, Ian McLennan Park, 8:30 kickoff, Gerringong Breakers, they take on the Sutherland Sharks.
Get over there and support the Breakers.
What did you say? They're going to break, they're a wave?
Mate, that joke's been done, mate. Let it go, mate. Let it go. Perth Glory. They are the champions, and we've got another champion, Wollongong. That's Brendan Sanderlab, of course. If you haven't seen our Facebook today, then get over and have a look because there's a great little Brendan Sanderlab sing-along, which I can still hear you singing out the back there before. 1-0 win over the Jets. It was a tough finish for them. The Jets were pushing hard. That's the Jets season done now. They can't make the top 6, so well done to Perth for claiming the Premier's plate. And it's the first time they've won any trophy since 2004, so...
Wow. That's
Now they have to go and do the double. Anyway.
Also in breaking Hyundai A-League news, Western United FC have just announced a double signing. So Central Coast Mariner Connor Payne will head over to the Melbourne-based club, and young Socceroo Joshua Cavallo will also join Connor Payne.
Wellington Phoenix head coach Mark Rudin has just announced his intention to leave the club after the 2018-19 season. Rudin made a statement thanking the league for their support and his decision to step down from the role. Interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
I'm just wondering if Western United, they haven't announced their team yet, have they? They're their new coach.
No, I think they're yet to do that.
You never know. Anyway.
Ooh. So international news now. 2 of our Matildas were in action as well. So Sam Kerr, she opened the scoring for the MLS Women's, the NWSL, in a 1-1 draw between Chicago Red Stars and the North Carolina Courage.
Yeah.
So it's the...
nicely taken goal. It was good commentary too, wasn't it?
It was very good. Then local Caitlin Ford has scored her first NWSL goal with Portland Thorns. The US side came away with a 2-0 win over Orlando Pride.
So she opened the scoring for them as well. Well done. Well done, Caitlin. EPL, obviously the big matches overnight. Manchester City have triumphed 3-1 over Crystal Palace. Goals to Jesus and Raheem Sterling scoring the double. Liverpool, well, what a game. What an absolute game. The cracker from Mohamed Salah to make it 2-0 was absolutely sensational. So 2-0 win there. Sadio Mane with the header on the far post to open the scoring, and a great win for Liverpool. which, if you remember last time they were going for the league, they actually slipped up at the same stage. So well done to Liverpool. And your mob. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Villa.
my mob,
What's
mate.
going on?
It's Aston Villa defeated Bristol City 2-1.
Wow.
Could have been plenty more. Conor Hourihane, he could have had a hat-trick, but anyway.
All right, what's that mean for you?
So that's the first time that we've won 8 games in a row since 1975.
That's a
pretty-
good win
pretty good.
because you're 4 points clear of Bristol City now. We have a
We
game
are.
in hand,
We
so
are.
you are looking good for the playoffs, mate. Not that you're going to win the playoffs, but anyway. Serie A, Juve have suffered their first defeat in 4 games against SPAL in a 2-1 loss. No real biggie. We're 20 points in front, so who cares?
That's crazy.
Roma won 1-0 over Udinese, and Milan defeated Lazio 1-0. I'm not sure. What's
So-
the relevance in that?
So now Milan's basically locked up the
Right.
Champions League spot away from Lazio.
Ah,
If
okay.
Lazio had won that game,
Lazio.
sorry,
Hey.
Lazio, they would have moved into the Champions League spot, pushing Milan out.
Well, Napoli's 3-1 win over Chievo means that Chievo arrivederci, ciao. Back to Serie B.
Jeez.
Chievo, yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately relegated after that loss. All right, over to La Liga.
Barcelona, they drew with the last place holders SD
Hersica.
sorry, over the
West-
weekend. Lionel Messi and
West-
Luis Suarez were absent from the game.
Saving them for the Champions League,
Champions
young
League.
man.
Rightio.
Or maybe, I don't know. Giving them some rest anyway.
Atletico Madrid also beat Celta Vigo 2-0, while Real Valladolid are fighting to get out of relegation zone after a 2-2 draw with Getafe.
There
Yeah,
you
so
go.
they sit 1 point away from the relegation.
So Real Madrid take on Legans tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So interesting stuff there. In the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund defeated Mainz 0-5, 2-1. They now sit 1 point behind the leaders, Bayern Munich, on the ladder. Bayern Munich defeated Fortuna Dusseldorf 4-1. Yeah, there you go.
Ligue 1, PSG, sorry, they've had a 5-1 loss to second place contenders Lille, and has ended a 5-game undefeated streak. The Paris Giants lost left back Joan Bernat in the 36th minute to a red card, with 4 of the 5 goals scored in the second half.
Yeah, interesting.
Crazy.
Look, all these teams that are playing in they're miles in front, PSG in the league ladder. So it looks like they're all having rests here and there. But anyway, Nantes have defeated third place holders Lyon 2-1.
Just on PSG as well, they're apparently their owners are looking to purchase a Champions League club and turn them into a giant as well, to kind of like awaken the sleeping giant. So there's rumours of them purchasing
Aren't they a Champions League club?
Championship. Sorry,
Championship. Oh, you said
Championship,
Champions
English
League.
Championship.
You said
club.
Champions League.
Oh, sorry.
Well, they are a Champions
Well, there
League
you
club.
go. Anyway.
Anyway, that's it for today.
It is.
The podcast.
It's coming out this
Plenty.
afternoon.
What's going on?
Well, we got Mitch's mail talking everything local football from the weekend. Just waiting to hear back to see if whether Luke Wilkshire will be on the show as well. And we've also got Fab from the Oak Flats Falcons. coming on
Oh, okay.
To
We'll
talk.
find out what's
talk
in the
Falcons.
secret sauce. I reckon 2 pre-season matches against the White Eagles has something to do with it.
Okay.
They're looking good. Well done. Anyway, over to caravant-t-shirts.com to check out all the funky T-shirts over there and thank our sponsors. We're looking for a new one next week. So, yeah.
Next week, is it?
Yeah, well,
Far
2
out.
weeks' time.
April's flying by.
We're all got holidays over the next 2 weeks. It's all, it's a disrupted couple of weeks coming up. So, yeah, let's get in now. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Jimmy, guess what?
What?
The Caravan T-shirts have
They have arrived.
I only ordered these. It's
Nice.
only 5 days ago. Maybe,
Oh, really?
maybe less.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
Open it
I
up, mate.
surprised you.
You certainly did.
I made the choice for Jimmy. Okay.
Let's hope you got the right
This
one.
one's mine.
Is that one yours? Straight out of
This one's
Compton?
mine.
Straight out of...
Guess who's doing okay?
That's mine. Jimmy, this is you have mine.
I'll hold that one.
You have
yeah.
mine.
Oh, it's blue. I like that.
I
That's good, mate. That's good.
blue. I know you like blue.
Oh, what'd you get?
Here we go. Here we go. This is Jimmy's. I love it. I love it. All right,
Okay.
let's swap.
All right, there you go.
All right, we're gonna throw them on.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. There we go, eh? Looking
Wow.
good, mate. Looking good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Caravan t-shirts. Yeah, beauty.
This has been a Podular Media production.